was your first full-time job?
Hornell, New York radio station, WLEA, from 1949 to 1951, in between my junior and senior year at Ithaca College.
How much did you earn?
I would say about $65 a week. Big bucks, right?
What responsibilities did you have?
Had to talk on the radio, announce the names of songs, announce news programs, do little sports sketch stories that came off the Associated Press ticker tape or wire coverage, and file records, pull records out of the file for use on the air the next day.
This is Grandpa at his first radio job in Hornell. This is at WQIX in Horseheads around 1970. What kinds of work have you done?
Mostly radio. I did do some television work though back in 1951 to about 54 or 5, and combined the two, radio and TV. There's a ultra high frequency television station in Elmira, which is no longer there, Channel 24. Call letters were WTVE TV, and the studios were in a Young Man's Hebrew Association building at the corner of Market Street and Madison Avenue in Elmira. There's now a gasoline station there. One of the interesting things was in 1954, while at work at the TV station, Hurricane Hazel came through that year and blew down our tower, which was located on South Mountain in the town of Ashland outside of Elmira, and that put old Grandpa out of work for a while. Because needless to say, the station owner decided to stay off the air and not rebuild the tower.
What have been your favorite hobbies or pastimes?
I like to watch and listen to and also go to the Winston Cup races throughout the summer season. I like to follow the local drivers, the Bodines, and I also like some of the other drivers, Alan Kowicki, Ernie Irvin, and so on and so forth. So that I guess you could call that my hobby. I collect a few of the hats too, along the way with the drivers and the companies involved.
Are there any family heirlooms that have been passed from one generation to another?
Civil War letters, which I think we've already covered in one of your earlier assignments, and the other material will be mostly furniture items passed on down through the family. Grandfather clocks and chairs, tables, things built by Mary Jane Ridenour's grandfather, Grandpa Lanfear.
Have you ever met anyone famous?
Well, let's take a look. That's Dolly Parton, and you know who. At Chemung County Fair in the mid-1970s. Let's take a look at another one here. Can we get another one up there and put it right in front of Dolly and block Dolly's? There we go. And okay, that's a fellow by the name of Mo Bandy, who is a country artist based out of Branson, Missouri. But here's a fellow that I've known since 1963. Put that picture up there. Bill Anderson, and a fellow on the right here is named George Kay. He works for WQIX radio station. Bill Anderson's in the middle, and old Grandpa's over there on the other side. I've known Bill since 1963, when I traveled to Nashville, Tennessee, appeared on the radio station down there, and met Bill, and he's been my friend ever since.
Did you meet any other famous people?
Yes, when I was in Nashville, as just mentioned, in 1963, I also met Roy Acuff at that particular time. I appeared on the WSM radio as Mr. DJ USA for a particular weekend September 13th, 1963. Also during my career, I've interviewed and emceed numerous famous people, including Buck Owens, the Buckaroos, Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs, Ernest Tubb, the Texas Troubadours, George Jones, the Jones Boys, Mac Wiseman, and several other famous people.
What major inventions have been developed in your life?
The computers and space vehicles are the two that I'm most impressed with.
What scientific or medical discovery in your life has impressed you the most?
Well, there again, I go back to men in space, I believe, Kate. Okay? I think so, yes.
What made them so special?
Well, I think the favorite years would be the years when my children were young, Kristen and Nancy, and then the other favorite years would be when my grandchildren, I've been able to see them in the growing up stage and their accomplishments.
Is there a time in your life you would like to live over?
But thinking about it, I think between ages 20 and 40. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Why?
Why? Is it? Gee whiz, she threw me a curve. I don't know, it just seemed that was when the most action was taking place. Children were being born and all sorts of fun things. And as I say, things were at a slower pace during that time, so I'd like to try it over.
What are some of the best books you've ever read?
The World War II books, primarily books on the South Pacific, the naval battles in the South Pacific. The book on the Titanic, sinking of the Titanic, and also the, where the fellow went down and photographed pictures of the Titanic on the bottom of the Atlantic. Civil War books. I think that would be, those would be the three most popular categories.
What is one of your favorite sayings?
Got a lot of them. Holy mackerel. That ought to blow your hat right in the creek. That should put hair on your chest. 50 cents, please. I'll take 10%. So on and so forth.
What do you think is special or unique about our family?
Well, they all have talents in many areas, in music, dance, drama, organizational skills, and a lot more. I'd like to see my